Flooding troubles continue in the Quad Cities. What a neighborhood in Port Byron is dealing with after a pump failure.
And survivors of the Virginia Beach mass shooting speak up about the tragedy, or they're saying about coming face to face with the gunman during the attack.
WHBF is local for you. This is Local 4 News this morning.
Good morning, everybody, on this Monday morning. I'm Redrick Terry.
And I'm Alexandria Ikomoni. Thanks for watching Local 4 News this morning. An issue no one wants to wake up to. Port Byron continues to clean up after a water pump failed. That failure flooded a neighborhood there, and that's part of our continued flood coverage this morning.
A portion of the Falcon Farms mobile homes have been hit by runoff from the Rock River. Neighbors say they've been dealing with that since December. Local 4's Yukari Nakayama reports.
Work today and yesterday because I couldn't get out.
It's a sight some mobile home neighbors have seen before, but this time they weren't prepared for it.
Last time it was this bad, we stayed in a hotel, but we didn't get out this time.
Grace Marshall, who lives in the area, tells me the flood started Saturday night. Marshall says that's when maintenance tells her the water pumps broke. This entire morning, towing trucks have been hard at work.
This year with the rain, this has been a lot of what we've done is recovering, pulling vehicles out of the water. Water that flashes up real quick.
Reichigan says he's pulled out at least 4 cars and is expecting more with waters creeping up.
It's about, I'd say probably about 2 foot of water.
Homeowner Marshall tells me the landlords didn't notify residents. She had to make a call to find out what happened. Another neighbor tells me they've been dealing with this issue for a couple days now.
This flooding happens every single year. There's been no pumps going this whole week over here. They said they had one going the other night, but it quit working on them. Well, they're moving cars, but they're not fixing the pump, which isn't fixing the problem.
One homeowner does say maintenance is currently working on getting an engineer on site, but until then, many will remain surrounded by water. In Port Byron, Yukari Nakayama, Local 4 News.
Now, Local 4 News has contacted the Falcon Farms leasing office regarding flood relief. We are still waiting for a response.
Happy Hollow Lake sits nearly empty after the dam there failed. The lake is about 20 miles east of Galesburg, and it emptied into the Spoon River yesterday morning. Knox County Emergency Management Coordinator Tom Simpkins tells Local 4 News it used to be 13 to 15 acres and 10 feet deep. Simpkins believes the high water and rain caused a sinkhole on Happy Hollow Road Friday, and that's what led to this. 15 to 20 homes have been cut off, and officials are figuring out where to put in an access road.
FEMA has approved Scott County's request for public assistance. That means a portion of flood recovery costs can be reimbursed to the city. Meanwhile, water is again flooding neighborhoods along the swollen Rock River. This is Route 150, just east of the Quad City International Airport in Moline. You see some vehicles not heeding the signs to slow down. Rock River is currently at 16.2 feet. The record is 16.5.
On the East Coast, Virginia Beach is still mourning 3 days after a man shot and killed 12 people inside a municipal building.
Yeah, Catherine Johnson has the latest. Start our national headlines.
The Virginia Beach shooting were remembered during vigils at a pair of local churches on Sunday.
They thought that it would just be another day.
The dead include 11 city employees and a local contractor who was applying for a permit.
I felt something, a presence behind me, and I turned around and there Dwayne was.
Survivors described their encounters with the gunman, a longtime colleague named Dwayne Craddock.
Looked straight in my face, and he did not see me standing there. Because he didn't raise the gun?
The only reason I can think that he did not shoot me or didn't aim at me is because he and I used to walk in from the parking lot together in the morning.
Craddock died after being wounded during a shootout with police. More than 48 hours later, investigators are still stumped as to what his motive was. Hours before the shooting, he emailed a resignation note to a manager. The 40-year-old had worked for the city for about 15 years and had a clean record.
He was in good standing within his department, and that there were no issues of discipline ongoing.
Police say Craddock legally owned the 2 handguns used in the attack. Catherine Johnson, CBS News, Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach city offices will remain closed today. They're expected to reopen tomorrow. Meanwhile, the city's trying to raise money to help offset the victims' funeral costs.
Check your chicken before you cook it. More than 31,000 pounds of Purdue's ready-to-eat chicken is being recalled. Officials say there could be bone material in certain packages. The recall includes Purdue's gluten-free chicken tenders, whole grain nuggets, and whole grain strips. The USDA says they don't have reports that the chicken made anyone sick, but you should throw it out anyways.
Well, it's been a little more than a year since a Davenport ministry closed down and with it its meal service program. But area nonprofits stepped in to help keep that program going.
And Cafe on Vine and Christians Who Care Ministry teamed up to serve free breakfast for those in the community, and they're celebrating their one-year anniversary. Local 4's Andrea Mendina joins us live at the Cafe on Vine in Davenport. Good morning, Andrea. Is breakfast going to be getting started very soon?
Anchor Alexandria, good morning. Yeah, so in about an hour, we're going to have folks lining up to get a hot meal. But in the meantime, we do have a crew out here back in the kitchen working hard, making some delicious food right here. We do have some amazing eggs. It smells divine, let me tell you. But in the meantime, like I said, people are working hard, determined to give people in need a hot meal for this morning. And here with me now is Juanita Sullivan. She is the Cafe Vine Executive Director. Now, Juanita, this is something that's still kind of fresh in the community. It's been a year in the making now. So what was the initiative to get this started?
Well, about a little over a year ago, we had formed a hunger committee and taking a look at food gaps. And Pastor Larry with the Christians Who Care, another non-for-profit organization, came to us and said, Timothy's House of Hope is closing. We'd still like to serve breakfast. So together we formed a partnership, and that collaboration has been just over a year in the making, and it's gone so smoothly that I think it surprised both sides how fortunate we are to be able to do this ministry together.
So one thing I did notice that when it's Timothy's House of Hope, correct? So when they closed down, it was maybe a quick turnaround. Maybe you guys had a couple of days to get everything prepared. How did you guys manage to do that so quickly?
It's sometimes I think people can amaze themselves, and when they come together to say, okay, I can do this, I can do that. I was able to have a staff member who was willing to be here at 5 in the morning, so we said, let's do it. And so it's gone, like I said, very, very well, and we're very, very fortunate, and I think blessed to be able to do this together.
Absolutely. So how many people are you guys serving right now?
We average probably for breakfast about 85 guests. And at the beginning of the month, the numbers can be a little bit lower. At the end of the month, they can push up over 100. So
that's amazing. No matter whether it's one or two or a dozen, all that matters, you're helping and feeding people. Thank you so much, Juanita. Again, she is very instrumental in making all this happen, along with a number of other people as well. Breakfast is going to get started at 7 o'clock, and it's until 7:45. Anchor Alexandria, back to you guys.
All right, Andrea, thanks so much. Yeah, really nice to see that happening right there. Very important that people continue to have access to meals even outside of school.
Absolutely, and that's starting within an hour, so people can definitely check that out just to get a free meal, because, hey, we all need breakfast.
Absolutely. Sure. And it's a great start to the day as well. If you're going to go out to get some breakfast or going out to start your day, you're going to be greeted to some pretty nice conditions outside, Ash.
Yeah, this weekend was great.
It was fantastic, wasn't it?
Kind of sunny side up eggs sounds pretty good right now.
Go back to breakfast.
I like breakfast, sorry.
Yeah.
Sunny side up. Sunny day. See what I did there?
Proud of you.
Okay,
all righty. Now, I'm going to let myself finish this forecast. Get it already. Still some haze out there from the wildfires in Canada. That's where we saw a lot of the haze here this weekend. The wind's carrying that down, and that's really a lot of it's in the upper levels of the atmosphere. So that's what keeps it from being as sunny as possible, but still plenty of sunshine through the haze here today. We're starting off right now at about 57. Winds out of the northeast at 10 miles per hour. That's carrying that haze there with it, but also keeping it from getting super, super warm. So 56, eventually we'll climb into the upper 70s and lower 80s. So I do expect a very, very nice day for us here. Lots of sunshine outside, clouds slowly building in as we get to the afternoon. So by the afternoon and evening, we will be mostly cloudy. Temperatures should be in the mid-70s by lunchtime. Just very comfortable all day long, 80 degrees or so for the high today. And with that cloud cover here, by this afternoon and evening, that's ahead of some rain on the way for us overnight tonight. Now, that'll come late tonight, and it's just a chance, and we'll see more definite rain by tomorrow. But in the meantime, dry, so just enjoy it how you can.
Yes, absolutely. And shouldn't be too difficult. As you said, this weekend was absolutely fantastic. So whatever you did then, get out there and do it again.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a great one.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Me too.
Thanks.
Coming up, adjusting to a new world.
How one teen is moving forward after leaving his Amish home.
Time now, 6:11. You're watching Local 4 News this morning.
WHBF is local for you with Redrick Terry. Alexandria Ikomoni, and meteorologist Ash Simpson. This is Local 4 News this morning in high definition.